Much. To win the American presidency, you need a majority in the electoral college. And to get that, candidates have to win individual states. When they do that, they get a certain amount of electoral college votes. To become president, they need 270 of those electoral college votes. Now, America is, to some degree, politically predictable. We know that California is very likely to go for the Democratic candidate. We know that Louisiana is likely to go for the Republican candidate. And so we end up focusing on a relatively small number of what we call swing states or battleground states. They were the ones that we were watching closely, and they're the ones that tell the story of Joe Biden becoming president-elect. Now, not long after the polls shut on Tuesday evening, initially the better news was for Donald Trump. Florida in the southeast was projected for the president. Later on, Texas was projected for him. Ohio, Iowa. That gave him a good start, but he knew that he would need more. There was inevitably a focus on Wisconsin and Michigan in the Midwest, on Pennsylvania too. A little later on, as the votes were being counted, better news started coming in for Joe Biden. Wisconsin was projected for him. Michigan was projected for him. And so when we woke up today, we knew that Joe Biden was already on 253. He needed 17 more. And our focus was in particular on Nevada, on Arizona, on Georgia, and on Pennsylvania. Joe Biden had a number of different routes to 270. And then just a couple of hours ago, there was the dramatic moment of Pennsylvania being projected for Joe Biden. That put him on 273 electoral college votes, and he is now the president-elect. Now, that's not to say they're not still counting in Arizona, which has been projected by Fox for Joe Biden, though not by the BBC. Nevada has now been projected for Joe Biden by AP, though not yet for the BBC. And we know that Georgia is going to a recount. We're also waiting, by the way, on North Carolina and Alaska. It's not to say these states are not relevant, not important to the people who have voted in them, but in the end, whichever way these remaining states go will not impact on whether Joe Biden becomes president or not. He has what he needs. Now, as I've just been explaining, the national vote in America does not decide who becomes president. Remember, Hillary Clinton got almost 3 million votes more than Donald Trump last time, and as you'll know, she didn't become president. But this is where the popular vote has reached. 94% of votes counted, Joe Biden on 51%, Donald Trump on 48%. The Biden campaign has picked up over 74 million votes. That's more than any presidential ticket in history has received. Donald Trump's figure is also historic, over 70 million. And there are lots of people saying with that volume of Americans coming behind the president, the fact that he's not won this election doesn't mean that he is not a political force and that those around him are not a political force. We'll, of course, be watching very closely to see how that plays out in the coming weeks and months. But the popular vote is not the story today. The story is this map, because even though some of these states have yet to be projected, enough have now been projected, with crucially Pennsylvania going into Joe Biden's column, meaning he has 273 electoral college votes and he is the president-elect.
Thanks so much. Once you get to 270,